In the vibrant and chaotic world we live in, where thoughts race like bees in a meadow and desires rise and fall like waves on a gentle shore, we often lose sight of the simple joy of just existing. This joy is not tied to the achievements we chase or the stories we tell ourselves, but rather to the beauty of the present moment, here and now. In a world buzzing with activity, the present is the most precious gift we have, yet it is also the one we overlook the most. To rediscover this gift, we must learn to wake up, to truly open our eyes and see the brilliance of the now. Imagine taking a walk, a simple act that can be so routine, yet so transformative when done mindfully. It doesn't matter how brief or ordinary the walk is. The invitation is to experience it as if it were an adventure, to see and hear the world in a new way. The endless chatter of the mind, the constant sorting, judging, and labeling of thoughts, can be set aside. For a moment, let go of the need to figure everything out. Instead, simply observe, listen, and let the moment unfold as it is, free of judgment. This might feel unfamiliar because we're used to labeling every experience as good or bad, right or wrong. Yet, what if this habitual sorting was unnecessary? What if we didn't need to place every feeling or thought in a category? What if we could just let life be? The magic of mindfulness lies in allowing each moment to arrive on its own terms. When we let go of our constant need to control and define, something profound happens. A deeper part of us opens up. In this spacious awareness, we discover a sense of calm that is untouched by the mind's preferences and aversions. The peace that emerges here is not dependent on external circumstances. It's like a hidden garden within us, a sanctuary where we are free from the storms of thought and emotion. This is the art of letting go, the ability to release our grip on the world around us and on the stories we create, and to simply be with what is. As we journey deeper into the present moment, we begin to see that overthinking robs us of the joy of being alive. Life unfolds beautifully when we stop trying to figure everything out and allow it to happen naturally. This doesn't mean passivity, but rather a shift in how we engage with life. It's about moving from the mind's endless narrative to the simplicity of being. When we embrace the present fully, we also embrace freedom, a freedom from the mind's stories, judgments, and desires. Attachments are like a net that entangles us in a web of desires, fears, and expectations. Our minds are constantly buzzing with thoughts, wants, and needs, creating a complex puzzle that obscures the simple delight of existing. Yet, by loosening our grip on these attachments, we find that life's beauty becomes clear once more. We no longer need to chase approval or external validation. Instead, we can rest in the knowledge that peace and happiness are found in the simplicity of the present moment. Letting go of attachment is not about renouncing the world, it's about embracing it with an open heart, without the need to cling. When we live free from attachment, we stop believing that our happiness depends on reaching certain goals, having specific things, or being with certain people. This constant pursuit of external validation leaves us in a state of perpetual longing, always grasping for something just out of reach. Yet, there is a different path, a path of liberation. This path revels in the simplicity of existence and is grounded in the understanding that everything around us is fleeting. By releasing our grip on expectations, we open ourselves up to life's unpredictable and beautiful dance. A key to this freedom is learning to step back from our thoughts and observe them without getting entangled. Our minds, like anthills, are constantly buzzing with activity, thoughts racing, judgments being made, and opinions being formed. But what if we didn't have to be swept away by this mental storm? By cultivating the practice of mindfulness, we can watch our thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. We learn that we are not our thoughts. We are the awareness in which these thoughts arise. This realization is both profound and freeing. It reveals to us that beneath the noise of the mind lies a deep, unshakable peace. This awareness invites us to fully experience our emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Instead of suppressing or clinging to feelings, We allow them to flow through us like rivers, knowing that they too are temporary. Embracing our emotions in this way fosters a deeper connection with ourselves and with others. It allows us to navigate life's ebbs and flows with grace and compassion. In doing so, we cultivate a resilient heart, one that can hold both joy and sorrow with equal ease and find beauty in the entire spectrum of human experience. Our journey towards self-awareness reveals a world of freedom, insight, and inner peace. As we step out of the shadows of the past and future, we bathe in the warm, bright light of the present moment. This sacred space is where true freedom is found, where we let go of the ego's endless need for control. The ego, always whispering about separation and desire, tries to mold our experiences to fit its narrative. Yet, this narrative is an illusion, a story that overlooks the vast power and beauty of our true being. When we let go of overthinking, we begin to see the world through fresh eyes. We stop labeling every experience, every person, and every thought, and instead, we wake up to the vibrancy of the present moment. This awakening is transformative. It allows us to break free from the mental stories that weigh us down and to find freedom in simply being. As we surrender the ego's need for control, we experience a profound shift. We no longer seek happiness in external achievements or in the approval of others. Instead, we discover a wellspring of peace and joy within ourselves. This journey of present awareness transforms not only our inner world but also our relationships with others. As we become more attuned to the now, we stop seeing people as characters in our own story. Instead, we connect with them as fellow travelers on the path of life. This shift allows us to truly listen, to engage with others in a way that goes beyond words. We find joy in simple interactions, realizing that the most profound connections often arise from the most ordinary moments. This way of living deepens our relationships and fosters a sense of community and belonging that transcends superficial ties. Living in the present moment requires a deep awareness of both our inner and outer worlds. It calls us to wake up to the small details of each moment and to fully experience life as it unfolds. This requires us to be fully present, to feel each moment deeply, and to embrace life's complexity with an open heart. In this state of heightened awareness, we move in harmony with life's rhythm, both within ourselves and with the world around us. As we flow with life's changes, we learn to trust in the universe. This trust allows us to let go of the need to control outcomes, to let go of who we think we are, and to release the illusion that we are in charge. In this letting go, we find a new kind of freedom, one that is free from fear, worry, and the need for recognition. This freedom is grounded in the simplicity of being, in the joy of just existing. Meditation offers a powerful tool for cultivating this inner peace. It teaches us to be still, to notice the quiet spaces between our thoughts, and to find wisdom in silence. When we are calm and centered, we connect with a deeper intelligence that guides our actions and words. This inner peace allows us to move through life with greater clarity and purpose. It reconnects us with our true self, the self that exists beyond the body and mind, the self that remains unchanged by the passing of time. When we stop demanding that life conform to our expectations, something magical happens. People, places, and things begin to fall into place naturally. Life becomes harmonious, peaceful, and satisfying. This state of being is not achieved through force or effort, but through a relaxed acceptance of the present moment. It is in this acceptance that we find true freedom, a freedom that allows us to embrace the unknown with open arms. As we journey through life, we encounter moments where answers seem elusive, where the mind's search for meaning leaves us feeling lost. In these moments, we are invited to explore life's mysteries, to embrace the unknown, and to let go of the need for certainty. This surrender to the unknown opens us to a greater wisdom, one that transcends the limits of the mind. When we stop trying to control everything and allow ourselves to be guided by a deeper intelligence, we find that life unfolds with greater ease. Our actions become more aligned with our true purpose, and we move through the world with a sense of grace and flow. This is what Buddhists refer to as right action, action that arises from a place of deep awareness, free from the ego's grasp. In this state of awareness, we begin to see ourselves not as a collection of thoughts, emotions, or identities, but as the space in which these experiences arise. We become the awareness that witnesses life, free from the limitations of the ego. This shift in perspective brings with it a profound sense of peace, as we realize that we are not defined by our thoughts or emotions. We are the vast, limitless awareness that holds all of life's experiences. As we continue on this journey of self-awareness, we learn to welcome each moment as it is, without the need to change or control it. This acceptance allows us to step out of the mind's constant resistance and into a state of deep peace. By letting go of the need to understand or make sense of everything, we open ourselves to the fullness of life. We become the space in which life unfolds, free from the limitations of thought and identity. This journey of awakening is not about achieving some distant goal or reaching a higher state of being. It is about returning to the present moment, to the simplicity of just being. When we let go of the mind's stories and embrace the now, we discover a freedom that has always been within us. This is the fundamental principle of spiritual law, that true freedom is found not in the mind's quest for meaning, but in the heart's acceptance of the present moment.